got this my second month here.
You should have quit while you were ahead.
32 years at this place. Now I've got 9 days left before retirement.
Look, Jim, we've been planning for this for a long time, and we'll keep evolving things. So don't worry.
Knowing what's on your mind and acting accordingly. Multiplied by 13,000 financial advisors, it's a big deal. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
It's time for the Edward Jones Tiger Cage. This week in the Edward Jones Tiger Cage, we're joined by the lone senior Ryan Rosburg. We're in the paint here on Norm Stewart Court to talk about finishing strong at the rim. And you and I have talked a lot before about footwork, the importance of footwork for a big man. What's one of the things you do on a daily basis here in practice that helps you improve your footwork and be so good at that?
Right, I think the first thing when I come in, when I'm not really loose, I like to just get on the block, go through a few things. I mean, whether it's just some fakes, some up and unders, whatever it is, reverse pivots, so you're like here, just kind of get the feel for it with your legs before you kind of get your blood flowing and things like that. Just make sure you know you have those moves, kind of refresher. And as we keep going in practice, we have like guards and bigs time, so that's more of a time where you can go full speed and game-like. So we'll have all different people guard us and play one-on-one against each other. So just kind of the repetition and just going at it all the time. Just you kind of learn it over the years, basically. One of the goals there, especially at that footwork, is for it to become second nature, so that whenever you catch the ball on the block in game, you have decision time. Am I going to go baseline? Am I going to go to the inside? You're not thinking about your feet. How do you make that decision whenever you've got someone leaning in on your back and you've got to decide which direction you're going to go? Right, absolutely. I think it's a lot of reads. I mean, if you're dribbling one way and the guy's not cutting you off, obviously you're going to keep going, finish your shot. If you're dribbling one way, guy cuts you off, you might want to spin back. If you're going up against a taller guy, you might want to give him an up and under. Just kind of knowing your defense, and like I said, as we do all the repetitions in practice against different looks, you kind of get a feel for it, and then when it is time for the game, you're like, all right, this is happening, this is how I'm going to react, and that's how you get your buckets, really.
And of course, a great post move isn't worth anything if you don't have the finish, and that's oftentimes finishing through contact for you guys on the block. Let's bring in Brett Anderson, Coach Anderson's son and also a graduate assistant. This is one of the things you guys do that's unique in practice to simulate that finishing through contact. Kind of walk us through what's going to happen. I think Brett here is going to give you a good whack.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, so basically we'll set up a bunch of different moves, and Brett will have these big pads, so just kind of simulates a defender, and they really bang you because we like to get and ones. We don't want to just get a foul call or make a bucket. We try to get 3 points. So we'll do all type of different moves. So let's see if I'm going in the middle this time, so I might back him down. Brett will be pushing me, and then we'll get in here and make a shot. Obviously it'll be a lot more quick when we're warmed up and everything, but just different things. So then we'll see, we'll catch on the baseline, I'm gonna rip through, and then you can just bang me as we get closer.
Go, Bird, come on. There we go.
And that's how you finish through contact. Ryan, appreciate your time. Thanks for showing us a pointer or two, a thing or two here in the paint. That's Ryan Rosburg this week in the Edward Jones Tiger Cage. Big thanks to him for swinging by, and thanks to our sponsor, Edward Jones, a proud supporter of Mizzou Athletics. For more information or to find your nearest Edward Jones financial advisor, just visit edwardjones.com.
I know you're my financial advisor, but are you going to bring up that stock again?
Well, you need to think about selling some of it.
My dad gave me those shares, you know? He ran that company.
I get it. But you know, I think you own too much. Got to manage your risk.
And you got to switch to decaf.
An honest opinion, even if you disagree. With 13,000 financial advisors, it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.